Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at the Lakers. Fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three.
And I think for the Lakers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was...
Thanks, D.A. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The forwards for them, Hunter and Collins. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5. And for the Lakers, the forwards are LeBron and Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Harrell in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. Now here's Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
And here's James outside. It doesn't go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Davis finds Harrell. Outside for Davis. The shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. Out left to the wing. Capella with a screen on Davis. Here's Hunter. And to the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Here's Collins. We saw him with 29 points last game. Hunter, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Caldwell-Pope finds Harrell. Kicks it out to Schroeder. James outside. Pass to Davis. He can't hit that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Caldwell-Pope passes to Davis. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Young with the ball. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. The pass to Bogdanovic. Bobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
James. And the dunk by James.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Hawks passing it around. Young with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got his third assist on the night. James in the post. Here's Schroeder. Trying to answer back, but that three is... off the mark. The Hawks leading by 4. Pass to Collins. And Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
Collins finds Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bogdanovic, no luck. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Harrell. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Dennis Schroeder.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to...
Oh, what a play! Woo!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That is his first foul of the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Lakers. Gallinari outside. Pass to Young. Takes a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Atlanta.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Over to the left wing. Now here's Reddish. Tight defense on him. It's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Young outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Thomas goes in, and the layup falls.
Outstanding display of pick-and-roll basketball, orchestrated by IT, the maestro.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. Here's Gallinari. That one misses. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Here's Thomas, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Atlanta leading by 3. Young dishes to Okongwu. Herter passes to Young. Clock reset for the Hawks. Shooting foul as the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
Second free throw, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Young outside. Now the dish to Okongwu. Okongwu with the screen for Reddish. Tries again. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. But if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hawks lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers. Davis is the pivot with Kuzma by his side. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem, and those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Collins, a screen on LeBron. Here's Bogdanovich, and Davis sends it back. And they get it back. Just 3 to shoot. They get it back. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
And And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. James in the post. And it's Harrell at the elbow. For 3, Caldwell Pope. It's good from long range. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead. And you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Collins looking around. Kicks it to Young. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Lakers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. Atlanta making a switch here. Capella's checked in, and so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Hawks trail by 4. Young outside. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
LeBron outside. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Hawks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in. Young against Schroeder. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Young.
And the work ethic coming into play there. I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Kicks it out to James. Another shot. Can't cash in from close range.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Bogdanovich dishes to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Hunter, no one around him. Traps in the tray. Hunter's got 6 points.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball. Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Thomas checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Atlanta, Alex Lenz checked in for Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks.
You know, some folks were saying Kuzma wouldn't even get drafted a few years ago. That's why this draft stuff is more art than science sometimes, but he has proven his doubters wrong very quickly.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Caldwell-Pope. Gallinari's checked in for the Hawks. Reddish comes in for Young. Steps back. It's Thomas outside. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got his second basket of the night.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Screen by Capella. Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Harrell, that's good.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Gallinari kicks to Reddish. 5 on the clock. Back to Gallinari. Launches a three, and the three ball is good. Gallinari's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Love how confident Gallinari is. Knows he's out there to take these exact kinds of shots. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Pass to Herter. Capella inside. Harrell on him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Man, it's nice to see Capella get that deep position inside, and then he's able to draw the foul as he forces the defense to whack it.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Alex Len. Here's Thomas. He feeds it to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, what a great effort that time by Davis. Just never gave up on it. Worked through tough defense and still found a way to get it up and down.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, you know, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
Gallinari outside. Back to Capella. He dishes it to Gallinari.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Thomas with the ball. Okongwu covering. And they double up Davis. Ariza outside. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Rapid-fire release from Ariza like a staple gun. Boom, boom. Outstanding at shooting as soon as the pass gets to his hands.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Herter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Herter's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Los Angeles on top, up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. Coming off an outstanding game last time out, it doesn't look like he's lost any of that momentum here tonight. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Their offense is functioning at a very high level tonight. Shot selection has been excellent, and they're not wasting any possessions. It's the efficiency. That's right, the efficiency that every team is looking for in every single game, Ernie.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top. It's on the coaches and the players to adjust.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
On the court for Atlanta. Inside, it's Collins and Capella. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Hunter in at the 3 spot.
And I'll tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Young passes to Collins. Outside, Bogdanovich. No good on the 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
The Hawks trail by 5. Dishes it to Capella. And Young kicks to Capella. Now the pass to Young. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 assists now tonight. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Rebound by the Hawks. Bogdanovich has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Capella sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Into the lane. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Collins, a screen on Schroeder. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Schroeder, and that one drops for him. And the Lakers lead by 2. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Collins, a screen on Schroeder. That puts them in the lead. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
He shot 3 of 5 from the line. First one falls for him. Alex Lenz checked in for Capella. And so he makes both from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And here's Bogdanovich. Passes it to Young. And stolen by LeBron. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Collins against James. Here's Davis, and he makes good on the layup. Davis has got 13.
Boy, AD's showing you how strong and willing to work he is, because that was a difficult bucket there.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Young for 3. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And stolen by Hunter. And they're running. And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 3. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
No good that time, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Here's Young from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Young's got 11 in the second half.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Harrell. Lisa comes in for LeBron. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Alinari comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
It's clear that Davis loves to put on the show for the fans, and putting on the show is exactly what he's doing.
For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Pass to Young. He takes it in. He gets it in there. Young's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Thomas goes in. Back to Caldwell Pope. Misses the three. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Takes it inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 23.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
And they double up Davis. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Len sets a screen for Young to the inside. And Len gets it to go on the assist by Young. And it's a 4-point Atlanta lead. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Kuzma passes to Ariza. Here's Davis. Second shot opportunity. Len grabs the board. Len's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Young kicks to Len. Gallinari against Ariza. Chalk up 2 there. Gallinari's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. The feed to Davis. Off on the layup. The Hawks leading by 6. Gallinari in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Lakers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Gallinari a screen on Davis. 5 to shoot. Got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 three-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Caruso in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Back to Collins. Bogdanovich looking around. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Harrell.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And finished off by LeBron.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Here he goes. And the rejection by James. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So it's Atlanta now. They lead by 4. Capella kicks to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hunter, no good. The Lakers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. LeBron passes to Kuzma. LeBron James on the wing. Harrell setting the pick for James. Feeds to Harrell. 6 on the shot clock. Over Collins. And the rejection by Collins. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
To the middle. It's stolen by Schroeder. James in the post.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Reddish. Good D by James.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso.
And that's a rare missed opportunity from him. He'd been good as gold up until that point.
James in the post. He's guarded by Collins. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Here's Reddish. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game to tie it up, and he sinks the layup. James has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Young's checked in for Atlanta. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Harrell setting the pick for James. And Harrell slams it in.
Watching LeBron in the pick and roll is artistry. precision, everything's right on the mark.
The Hawks trailing. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Capella with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Collins dishes to Young. With the drive. Capella kicks to Hunter. And they get it. Drills it from outside. And the Hawks lead by 1.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. So it's the Lakers now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. LeBron against Bogdanovich. The drive by James.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Schroeder against Young. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Oh, they get it back. The shot off that time. Capella. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, Capella doing a nice job being physical and getting those second chance buckets to go. Coaches love that.
And the Lakers call time here. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
He's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they got to talk about it quickly.
And he gives them the lead with that basket there. That's his trademark, folks, exploding to get to the rim.
Atlanta shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Capella against Davis. Young drives in. Here's Hunter. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. It's a 1-point game. Looking to end his cold spell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
James misses. 1:25 left in the game. The pass to Young. Teardrop shot. Count that one. Young's got 25 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Capella with a screen on Schroeder. Young drives in. Down low. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the protection.
Schroeder outside for 3. Caldwell Pope. Rebound Atlanta.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
Here's Hunter. He kicks to Capella. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And stolen by LeBron.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Trifecta!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Schroeder against Young. Capella with a screen on Schroeder. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And the Lakers call time here. The score knotted at 65. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Now Young, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at the Lakers. The forwards are LeBron and Davis. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Harrell in at the 5 down low. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Kevin, thank you. Trey, this is a young team. So what is the chemistry and connection that lets you play together so well?
If you're around us outside of the locker room, you can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. You can tell the reason why we do that. And I love this group.
Well, congrats on the win, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.